I'm gonna keep trying to find people and help people. We can't give up. We have to just keep trying. Actually, the reason I'm doing this is because I don't want to go back to The Walking Dead. I'm afraid that they'll kill me off. Wait. Dwight?
Whoa, Morgan, is that you?
God damn. What? Is no one gonna say hello to me?
Negan, what are you doing here? Aren't you supposed to stay on The Walking Dead?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we were having a family reunion.
Hey, what's up guys? Spencer Rhodes here, and this is my review of Fear the Walking Dead Season 5, Episode 3. So, this episode... oh man, it's interesting. Honestly, I feel like I need to rewatch it. Like, I feel like I need to sit on it a little bit. I need to, you know, just like give it another viewing, because I wasn't really sure if I liked it or not after I watched it, but now that I'm thinking about it, I think I did enjoy it. Or like maybe I didn't enjoy it like a huge amount while watching it, but I want to rewatch it and try to there's things that in TV shows or movies that sometimes the second viewing is a lot more important than the first viewing, at least for some people, myself included. Sometimes you just got to give it that second viewing to really determine how you feel about it overall. And to me, I feel like this episode's kind of like that. Like in my head, it's growing on me. It's growing on me. And maybe that's just because I'm so determined to enjoy this season, and I'm so determined to enjoy this show, because honestly, I like the first 4 seasons. I really want this season to be good. I really want this season to be so good that it turns most people's, it changes most people's minds, you know, or not most people, but all the people that don't like this show, they come around to this show because Season 5 is just so mind-blowingly good. It's starting to look like that's not going to happen. It's not going to be the best thing in the history of ever, but it can still be good. Yes, it's not as dark as The Walking Dead. It's more lighthearted, it's more funny, it's more goofy. It's just got a different tone, and it has a different tone than even the first 3 seasons of this show had. It's just different, and it's just different. And it's more lighthearted and funny, and this episode, I mean, it's got a lot of John Dorie and it's got a lot of Dwight, you know. An episode with a lot of John Dorie and Dwight is something that I don't think they can really fuck that up. I mean, I just like those characters so much that just having an episode that's really focused on them, I think I'm going to end up liking it no matter what. And I thought it was funny that this episode takes place in this little western like type of group of buildings it's like all the way back from, you know, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years ago with like the Wild West, and how towns and stuff used to look like that. Like that's what it looks like. And I don't know if there's ever been anything like that in real life, but in this episode, John Dorie explains that he used to work at a place like this, but it wasn't this place, and he knows a lot about it, and they go in and they find supplies and guns, and, you know, it's just, honestly, it's just cool to have an episode where John and Dwight get a lot of dialogue, and June was okay. You know, she's... I don't know if they're going to kill her off this season or not. I'm thinking they'll kill her off next season. I feel like she's going to live through this season just because she's too new. And they spent a lot of Season 4 building her up. So I know she's on a lot of people's predictions lists on getting killed. But I think she might be safe for this season. But yeah, as far as the introduction of Dwight goes, I thought it was okay. I thought it was okay. You know, he's still looking for his wife. He's still looking for Sherry. and he's been looking for her for about a year. So does that mean that this episode takes place a year after the end of season 8 of The Walking Dead? I mean, I guess that can make sense. So it's been a year since the end of All Out War. So it's been a year. So that would put this almost in line with, I believe, the beginning of season 9 because of The Walking Dead. Because I think the beginning of season 9 of The Walking Dead was the first 5 episodes before the 6-year or the 5-year time jump. That was a year after the end of All Out War. And at the end of All Out War, Dwight got sent away by Daryl, and Daryl told Dwight to keep looking for Sherry. And Dwight has said that he was looking for Sherry for about a year or something like that. So I guess this episode takes place about a year after the end of season 8, timeline-wise. So that's where the show is at right now. It's about a year after the end of All Out War. So for those of you that were wondering about the timeline, maybe that clears it up a little bit. But I like Dwight in this episode. Him giving up on Sherry and him giving up on himself. I wasn't sure how I felt about that at first, but I kind of get it. I mean, Dwight is someone he's a little bit like Morgan in some ways, but he hasn't gone on the uplifting journey that Morgan has gone on. Dwight's journey, Dwight's story, and the franchise in both shows, it's mostly been bleak. He wanted to redeem himself and switch sides, but that's mostly just because he felt guilty and he wanted Negan to die. It wasn't about him becoming a better person. He still hated himself. Everyone else still hated him. He didn't really get to go on an uplifting journey. Even during season 8, he didn't really go on an uplifting journey. Like, he saw the error of his ways and he wanted to do better. But, he didn't really care about getting killed. He accepted the fact that he would get killed. He embraced death pretty much. He pretty much accepted death. He felt like he deserved to die. So this is nothing new. Him feeling like he deserved to die is nothing new because he felt like he deserved to die during season 8. When Tara was trying to kill him, he didn't really... He was like, yeah, I get it. I'm a piece of crap. I deserve to die. When he thought Daryl was about to kill him, he was like, yeah, I mean, I deserve to die. So, Dwight hasn't necessarily had the happiest time on these shows. He hasn't had the happiest journey. Yes, he switched sides. Yes, he helped Negan get locked up, but that didn't make him happy. It didn't, his story, his journey has been very, for the most part, bleak and everything. And I don't know how they're going to bring Sherry back. I mean, there's been no reports that the actress that plays Sherry is going to come back. So I don't know what they're going to be doing with her, but I'm assuming he's going to continue to look for her, or maybe Morgan's entire group is going to help him and try to help him look for her. Maybe that's a storyline that gets continued in season 6. I don't know, but yeah, I mean, it was cool that John and June were trying to help Dwight, and they helped Dwight, and it was cool when Morgan and Dwight met up. I mean, we knew that was coming from the trailer. I thought that was going to be Dwight's first scene, was him emerging from the shadows and Dwight and Morgan recognizing each other. But clearly, from this episode, that was not Dwight's first scene. Dwight's first scene was him pointing a gun at John Dorie, which, to be fair, that was also in the trailer. And a lot of people thought that might have been him. Plus, he has like that sort of weird way of pointing his guns, kind of like how Rick Grimes points his Colt Python. But yeah, I thought it was good that June and John they sort of motivated Dwight to not give up hope and not give up on himself and to give himself another chance. And one criticism I'd have for this episode is, okay, take it down a notch on the speeches. Like, I get it. John and June are always wanting to help people and give speeches, but just take it down a notch on the speeches. I'm okay with this show being a little more corny and lighthearted and speechy than The Walking Dead, but just don't have too many speeches. Just don't go overboard with it. And John shooting the axe and the bullet splitting in half and killing 2 walkers. That's so crazy and stupid. I think it's awesome. Plus, do we know that that's that can't happen in real life. If you're a really skilled gunslinger, if you were a really skilled gunslinger back in the Wild West, was there no one in history that did something like that? There probably was, you know, there probably was someone who could do something like that. I don't know. I mean, I'm not like an expert on this shit, but who knows? Maybe it's possible. Even if it's not possible, it was just a cool, badass moment, and I mean, Game of Thrones did so many stupid shit, so much stupid shit in season 8. I'm okay with John Dory splitting a bullet in half with an axe. I mean, fuck it. At least it was cool and awesome and badass. And another criticism I'd have is, while that scene was cool, with the bullet splitting in half and everything, it looked like all John had to do was like run up there and kill the last couple of walkers, because there's just like 2 walkers left, and they were slowly walking towards Dwight. It almost looked like John could just run up to them and kill them. I mean, that's what it looked like for me. So, I don't know. Maybe he couldn't have gotten there in time, but it just looked like the walkers were so slow that John could have gone there in time and killed those walkers, and that would have been that. But yeah, and the kids. So I guess those 3 children, Annie, Max, and Dylan, they are the ones that are you know, having the whole blockade of walkers that are all tied up together by their intestines, and I guess they're the ones that are hanging the kids up. And they pretended like they were in trouble on the radio because they're luring Alicia and Morgan and the rest of them into a trap, because they want to find out more about them, because they still want to be left alone. But now that the Alicia's group or Alicia and Morgan's group, or whatever you want to call them, they keep trying to talk to the kids on the radio, and they won't leave them alone. So now the kids are wanting to learn more about them. I don't know, maybe they want to kill them or something, but they still want to be left alone. So those 3 kids still want to be left alone, and I guess they're the ones that are doing all the stuff with the walkers, and they're the ones that have been having all the warnings. Maybe they were the ones that were shooting at... Well, no. At the beginning of the episode, I don't know if that was that Dwight that was shooting at them? I guess that was Dwight that was shooting at John and June. I was going to say maybe it was the kids, but I think that was Dwight at the beginning. But it's the walkers are the kids are doing that. So I don't know if the kids are going to end up being the villains. I think they're just going to end up... I think Morgan's group is going to end up eventually convincing them to join them, but there's still going to be a couple of episodes at least of the kids not wanting that, and they might even be against Morgan's group and trying to kill them, since they're the ones that are doing the stuff with the walkers, and now it looks like they're tricking them, and they're luring them into a trap. So we'll see where that goes. I was hoping it was Troy Otto. That Troy Otto was the one that was doing all the stuff with the walkers, but I guess it was the 3 kids. But, oh well, there's still time for Troy Otto. Hey, if we don't get Troy Otto back this season, there's still season 6. Just saying, don't give up hope. But yeah, overall, I liked this episode. I thought it was okay. Just a little too cheesy and corny, and there's just some questionable plot holes, like just... You know, was it really that hard for them to save Dwight from those walkers? I just feel like all they had to do was like walk up to them and stab their heads with a knife. Like, the walkers are slow and everything, but yeah, I don't know. But yeah, overall I thought this episode was okay. Not great, but okay. Anyway, that's all I have for this video. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Don't be shy. Hit that like and subscribe. I'm not going anywhere. I make 1 to 2 Walking Dead videos per day, so please hit that subscribe button. Right now we are at 548 subscribers. My goal is to try to get to 600 in the next 2 months. So just remember, every subscriber counts, every bit of support matters, and is very, very appreciated. Hopefully we can get to that goal of 600. Anyway, with all that said, I am Spencer Rhodes, and I will see you guys later. Bye!